YouTube. Firstly, apologies for not putting a video out last night. Well, not live streaming either. I got, I was just recovering from Saturday night. Went and played poker, had a bottle of Bucky and 2 cans of lager, and was absolutely burst all day. I was going to put, I had videos I could have put out last night, but I fell asleep about dinner time. Woke up this morning. Yeah, so just amateur drinker. So anyway, this morning I've had a wee look at this Ibanez GIO 7-string, which has got like a... It's actually, I had a Jackson at this, a quilted maple veneer thing. I'm not sure, I think this guitar has been partially spray painted by somebody on the back. I wonder if it's hiding something. It feels like the front is normal. It's also got an ace of spades. Enamel painted on the top, but it's just the back. It kind of feels like it's had like a light dusting of lacquer or something like that, but it's kind of not. Yeah. Anyway, so 2 humbuckers, 5-way switch, which is good. Just basically give it a clean up, change the strings. Had a dodgy jack socket. I don't know what the strings on it were ancient. It was manky. It needed set up. Basically just told me to fix the jack socket, but it was strings in the case, so I just changed them. Yeah, so bridge pickup. Well, it's a 7-string, so everything's normal apart from it's got a B as well. I'm not going to cough all the way through, so I don't even have a drink. Yep, so on the Ibanez RG switch, position 2 is the outside coils, which gives you a nice that, which I'm sure is what most people who buy a 7-string guitar are wanting, some nice single coily middle pickup, both humbuckers. Then position 4 is the neck pickup in parallel rather than series, so you get a sort of single coil in the neck sound. Then the neck humbucker. Now, these strings are just on it, so I don't know how long it's going to stay in tune for. So, I mean, yeah, quite a chunky neck on it. Not as big as that one I had. I had a Jackson 8-string, which kind of looked the same as it was a through neck. It was quite an expensive guitar, Seymour Duncan's and stuff in it, but I just couldn't navigate the neck at all. I just got lost. Whereas in this one, although it's got an extra string, I have no problem just ignoring that string and just playing everything else as normal, and then you've got the extra string from when you're just, just take, all the chords are still there. If you just don't play the top B or the bottom B. Sorry, it should be my. Drop pedal. Not really forced, I'm trying. trying to work out my arpeggio thing on the different strings. Go for my Sabbath pedal, maybe a bit more like it, because obviously you shouldn't be playing that jangly stuff, it should just be... It's quite common to have knock that B down to an A, which gives you like your drop D type thing, so you can play power chords with one finger, but I don't do that. What I do like the best about a 7-string is the fact that you've got your normal, your E shaped power chords, your A, your G, then you've got your E, as they're usually, but you've also got a lower E there. So what model is this? I don't actually know. I think it normally tells you on a sticker on the back of the headstock. I'd imagine it's a GRG 7 something. I think normally it'd RG for it's a roadster. It's got to be a roadster, doesn't it? An RG, as in it's got to be the same as the Paul Gilbert. One would think. Hardtail. This is. I'm going to see if it's got push pull pots. It doesn't. You've already got automatic coil splitting in it. So with my favourite type of 5-way lever switch. 24 frets. I just need to work out. I don't know. I've tried 7 strings. I made one myself because I couldn't find a cheap one. I did have one of these before, but it was an earlier model. It had a Strat type trem, like a 7-string Strat type trem, and a scratch plate. But I don't think it was actually an RG. I think it was the RX, which is a bit more somewhere between this and a Strat, a little bit roundeder. The trem was pointless, pretty much, obviously, on a cheap guitar. I did like it, but it's one of those ones that didn't really inspire me very much. So I built one, and it's like I don't really play the type of music that wants it. I mean, it's nice having the extra notes for when you're when you're doing your solo run. You can just instead ending there. But it plays really well. That volume control's never been used. It still feels a bit stiff because it's totally brand spanking new. I don't think this guitar's ever been played, or certainly not recently. Anyway, it needs a bit of playing in, but it's lovely having the hard tail, and it's nice and I don't know, just something dead rock solid about the a bass model. GIO. I mean, that's like one of the guitars I would be looking at if I was looking at buying a new guitar for starting out or for anything like that. Would be like the 6-string version of this, where you get a hard tail, couple of humbuckers, 5-way switch. You're in there, that's it, the lot. So you got the lot, and they've always got decent tuners. I have to tighten all these up again. So I'm thinking this guitar's never really been touched. I don't know how old it is. The fact that somebody's painted that on it, and I think it's had some sort of spray paint on the back of it, makes you think it's probably a few years old. I don't know if it was maybe a B stock or something. You know, maybe there was a big chip out the front, so they got it cheaper. Something like that, don't know. And to be honest, I wouldn't... the flamed veneer thing on the top, like the same as on the jacks. And I feel it's a wee bit of a waste on this guitar because you can't really see it. I would rather, if I could save 20 quid, just get a plain black one. But that's a personal choice. But it's amazing how it's a really nice neck on it. It does feel on the chunky side because it's, I don't even know what's 60%, 20% wider. It's a whole string wider, so it does feel chunkier, but not. It's still quite a slim neck for as far as guitars go. Yep. So I mean, if you fancy a 7-string, to be honest, it would be this one I would just buy. I don't, especially if you're buying it second hand, because you're not going to lose any money on it. I think I've been reading a Squire book, about the history of Squire, and they're talking about the early 2000s with the new metal. They'd like Squire Supersonics. Nope, I can't remember what they're called. Stage Masters and something else. It's some Stage Master and something like that, where you basically had like, it's basically kind of a slightly pointier 7-string Strat with an upside down headstock, for down tuning and new metal and stuff like that. And it's like pure yes. And the way this book's talking, it's like pure yes. When the new metal phase had passed, we stopped doing them. And it's like, I didn't really know you'd really. I kind of managed to miss out on most of the new metal. I remember when it was new, and now and then I remember it not existing anymore. I don't really know. I'm not a huge fan of the music that's made on the 7. Obviously, you can make any music in a 7-string, and it gives you a nice, as I say, extra more notes. I mean, the original, Steve Vai's original idea was so you didn't have to move down the neck as much. So. You can go. Without having to go down there, so instead of having to go all the way down there, there's one there, so. Instead of. Still got the original one. It's all that. Good pickups in it as well. Like if this was a 6-string guitar and it sounded like that, these pickups would be getting kept in it if it was me. I think the normal thing with these is you buy, whatever the stars have, you buy your EMGs and stuff when you're running it through 50 different distortion pedals. Again, I'm not using this in the right situation. I'm using this straight into my wee orange there, 30-watt orange and a rat pedal, which is not brutal death metal like what a 7-string's meant to do. But I always like the idea of playing one. I mean, even that 8-string I had, I would try to work out how to play like the bass on the bass strings, and then I put coil splits and stuff in it. This one doesn't need it because it's already got them. But I would have a little bit of a thing about using a 7-string guitar like this to play something truly inappropriate. I'd quite like that. I don't know, we're going up and doing some Cat Stevens songs. Are you? And Cat Stevens, you say? I'll bring my 7-string RG. Oh, no, I wouldn't make it, I wouldn't, ding for Cat Stevens, but I would just play it. Probably. Well, I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come, 'cause I believe it could be being good has begun. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, the lights are being strained. Yeah. So come and join the living. Bring your good friends too. Come, it could be. There might be something in a heavy metal version of a Cat Stevens song. Just the drums. it's not there anymore. It's sitting in the hall. I was going to put the drum beat on from the Cube. Find the living in your good friend too. Yep, enough of this. Rock on, catch you later, and I've got lots of videos to put out in crazy order. I wanted to do this one today just so I could say it. Yeah, sorry I didn't put any videos out last night. It was just, I was too hungover. I just didn't feel like it at all. Rock on, see you later.